Alrighty.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. This is the John and Proudfoot Show. We've got Kastern in studio, but not really in studio. And today we are going to be talking about how to buy fish like a superhero. Kastern of Abalobi app. How's it going?
Yeah, very well. Thanks, Jono. Awesome to join you again. It's a little bit weird. The last time I was actually standing right next to you there, but we can't do that anymore, right? We've got to stay safe.
Hashtag alone together. Hey? Okay. We were talking about it earlier. We've launched the new menu for the Superheroes Cookalong, which is next Wednesday, and we're cooking fish. It used in the cookbook, low carb cooking recipe is sole meunier, which is basically just sole cooked with lemon and capers. But for the Cookalong, I've changed it to just whitefish with lemon and capers. And obviously that's because we've got viewers all the way around the world, and I want them to just buy any fish that'll work with this demonstration. But there's a very special thing going on in the Western Cape called the Abalobi Marketplace app. And this is what I want everyone to use to get their fish for the Cookalong next week. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Absolutely. So I guess the first thing is the name. You know, where does it come from? So Abalobi actually means small-scale fisher in isiXhosa. And it's a piece of technology that was designed together with artisanal traditional fishers. There's a UCT research project a few years ago with the idea of could one use an app for these fishers to record their data, manage their fishing activities, build up a little bit of a profile, so they could not only sort of submit their data, but also they could start accessing financial services to help them stabilize their fishing activities. It's quite a volatile sector to be in, and small-scale fishers are particularly vulnerable. So that was the idea, that was the vision, right? There's a group of fishers on the West Coast and South Coast that participated. They were keen. They had sort of tech devs out on the water with them to show them how the fishing happened. They brought them back to landing site. How do they weigh the fish? How do they count it? How would they like to record it? What information would they like to record? And eventually, that all resulted in an app that they could use, and they did use successfully for a few years. But then the question came: well, if we're recording data, can we not use similar technology to connect to the market? Because one of the other big problems that fishers have is that, by and large, they, especially small-scale fishers, they're price takers, right? And so basically, the value of their catch is dictated to them at the harbour, by and large, and that gives them very few options to change their practices. So
is that by the Chinese?
No, this is a lot closer to home. This is a lot closer to home. So you got guys waiting at the harbour. They've got cash on hand, and they make an offer for the fish and buy it, which is not always necessarily a bad thing. But the problem that it created was that fishers were starting to get lower and lower prices, or their prices weren't going up, sort of, and they weren't keeping pace with inflation. And maintaining a livelihood out of fishing activities was becoming a bigger and bigger struggle year on year on year. And then if you layer on top of that declining stocks, nearshore resources potentially under some pressure, poor management decisions, small-scale fishers pretty much in a dire situation. So the group of fishers that helped build this technology said, okay, great, well, can it not help us solve this market issue that we have? Can we not connect with people who'd be willing to buy directly from us, hear our story, find out a little bit more about us, and give us like a fair return for the catch? So then that's what Abalobi started to obsess about, and we started to connect with a few chefs in the Cape Town area, asked them if they'd be keen, if they wanted to try it. They were willing, obviously. I think a lot of chefs and a lot of restaurants just before the shutdown were very keen to showcase producers, to get in touch with where their produce was coming from, and that included fish. And so then we launched the Abalobi Marketplace. So now fishers were logging their catch, and we could upload the relevant pieces of information around that catch to the marketplace. Chefs could log into the marketplace, see what's available, place their order, and 24 to 48 hours later, it arrived at their door. Super fresh, high quality. They know that the fishers would get a fair return because the fishers knew exactly how much the restaurants were paying. They were selling almost directly to them. And also the chefs had a slight different angle that they could use now as well. it was built into the marketplace. They could actually access the story for each batch of fish that they received. So each time they got a delivery, they get a little link to a story that says that today's batch came from this fisher, this community, this boat. Yeah.
Well, so
that's a good background there.
Let's do that. I mean, that's awesome, Chris. So firstly, I just wanted to share, like, for those of you wondering what, like, if it's real, you know, I received this morning, and this is ordered from the Abalobi marketplace app, and this is 3 big, what are these, silvers?
That's it, silvers, or carpenters they're called sometimes as well.
Carpenters, okay, 3 carpenters. They're not putting out any singles because they are pining for the fjords, but but so that was the fish that got delivered to me. Do you want to share? So I'm going to share your screen now. Let me just find it, and then you're going to show us not that one. That one. There we go. You're going to show us. So your screen's on share now. You're going to show us how we go about, like, ordering fish through the Abalobi through the Abalobi app. And for those of you wondering, I'll change the banner. So if you want to go check out the app right now, follow that link and take it away, Chris.
Awesome. Well, first of all, Jono, that carpenter's joke, I feel that we're kind of at an age where you're right on the edge of that still working, bud.
I can try harder next time.
Absolutely. I hear you. I got it straight away. I wonder how many others who are listening did as well. But anyway, thanks. So the marketplace app, that's up on your screen right now. How did Jono get hold of those 3 super fresh silvers that he bought directly from small scale fishers? So it all starts by looking for the marketplace on either the App Store or the Play Store. Download it, and then you'll get to the landing page like you see here. And then just tap on the text that says need an account. You'll register. There'll be a wait of anything between 6 and 24 hours until you're approved, and then you can log in, use the app. It's your window into small-scale fishing communities. You'll see what's being caught on a daily basis. You can go ahead and place your order. Let me show you how that works. I'm just going to log in here real quick.
We can totally see your password.
Absolutely. So mental note.
You guys got free fish.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okay. So once you sort of in the app and you've got a push notification that says, "Hey, some catch has been landed," because it's not a daily occurrence, right? These are smaller boats. The weather's sometimes no good, or the fish is simply not biting. So there isn't fish available all the time. It's not like a regular fish store. It really works that it shows you what's being landed on a day-to-day basis. So if there is catch that's being landed, you probably would have got a notification around that. We also have WhatsApp groups where we send out sort of broadcast messages to say, hey, log in if you're looking for fish. There is some available. So then you'd hit the catch of the day right at the top, and you'd see what's available. We very likely on Sunday going to have some carpenter or silvers available. They've been running in Straits Bay, which is where a lot of the fishers are that Abalobi works with. And they are planning to head out to sea tomorrow and potentially Sunday as well. So then you simply just tap on silvers, hit next. Jono, how much silvers do you think you need to order for this recipe?
Well, it's a recipe for 4, and I think it's like 700 grams. So it's 4 times 180 gram portions.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, well, with that's fillet weight. So probably with bone in, it's an extra 25%.
Yeah, even more. So you say you're looking for 700 grams in total.
Well, yeah, fillet weight. So 4 portions of fish. Yeah.
Excellent. So at least 1.5 kilos, I think, should do it. Brilliant. So then you'll see the complete breakdown of what your order is. So the interesting thing here is you'll see what it is that you pay, what the home delivery surcharge is, and once you get your invoice, it also breaks down exactly what the fishers get paid, what the logistics fee is, what the home delivery fee is. So you as a consumer know exactly where all the money's going, but fishers also know this. So they know exactly how much they get for the catch. They know what the end consumer is paying for their catch. And so there's complete transparency in the system. So that's been actually the game changer for fishers using this technology. So then it's as simple as placing your order. accept the T's and C's. You actually commit to placing that order now. Return to the marketplace, and then you'll see your order pop up on the screen here. And there you can see the fisher gets 120 Rand. The logistics fee to get it from Struisbaai to Cape Town is 30 Rand. The home delivery to get it to your door is 85 Rand. And just a note here, John, your delivery experience must have been quite exciting today. We really have made sure that we're not only keeping everyone who's using the platform as safe as what we possibly can in terms of social distancing and correct PPE gear, but also our drivers. So it takes a little while, but just bear with them, please. There's a phone call you'll get just before they come deliver. They'll knock on your door. They'll step back 5 meters. You'll open a cooler box, put fish into your container, close the door. They'll come, sanitize the container, pick it up, and leave again. So just bear with them as they go through that.
No,
so
the guy phoned me. Good.
What's that?
No, he phoned me on the way, and he was like, "I'll be there in 10 minutes," and I went out to go meet him. It was great.
Perfect. So yeah, you can review your order as well to see what fish it is. You can actually see the fisher that caught this fish. This is obviously all a demo and where the community is. Once your order's actually been packed and we have the exact weight, right? Because you order 1.5 kilos, and only after that is it then actually packed into your order. And that may be 1.45, 1.55, 1.6, depending. You'll get a little notification to say, great, your order's been packed. The actual weight and total cost are available for you to pay. You log on, pay on the same day, and then your order will be delivered to you. So that all happens within 24 to 48 hours of the fish actually being caught.
Yeah, it's crazy. And this fish, by the way, that I've got here, I'm just thanks, Chris. I'm gonna stop sharing your screen, so I'm gonna bring you back in.
Well,
and
hang on a sec, before you do that. Well, I want to show one thing real quick. So you know those silvers that you got now, right?
Yes.
Everything I've explained now about everything I've explained now about ordering and how the app works. That's kind of the nuts and bolts and the practicalities. It's maybe a little bit boring and mundane, but we've tried to make the order process as simple as possible for people, but also in a way that it works for small-scale fishers. And so I think we found a good balance. But what the real exciting part about this is that it's a traceability platform, and what we use that for is to showcase fisher stories. So once you've placed your order, you'll be able to access a story like this. So this is actually the story around the fish that you got today, Jono.
Yeah.
So here are the 4 different fishes that contributed to your catch that actually went out to sea.
Yes.
You should have also got some sea lettuce salt as well. And Hilda Adams from Steenberg's Cove or Vescus Monkey, she produced that. So you can read a little bit about each one of them. You can read about the products you got. So if you don't know much about silverfish and you want to read a little bit more, you can go ahead and do that. There's even a link to Sassy over there as well if you want to check out the sustainability status. There's the sea lettuce salt. You can see where it was caught and landed Struisbaai. Steenberg's Cove is where the sea lettuce salt was made. If you don't know where those 2 areas are, here's a map. You can actually have a look and orientate yourself. Way up there, St. Helena Bay, where Steenberg's Cove is, and then down in the south, quite close to Galaxy, is Struisbaai. And then we can also send a message from this page, this hook to cook page we call it, straight to the fishers. So we can connect with the fishers over here. Jono, have you got a message for the fishers there? What would you like to tell them?
I think we should tell them to keep up the good work, guys.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say great, Jono.
Keep up the great work. Yeah.
There we go. And there we go. So all of those fisher profiles that we saw now, they've all literally right now received an SMS. So you'll see there's a confirmation for each one that's been sent now.
Oh, wow. That's super cool. Now, I've got to ask, I've just lost my mouse and I want to bring you back. There we go. Okay. So thanks for the demo. I'm going to take the phone out and put you back in. There we are. Nice and big. And for those of you trying to order or download the app, I've pasted a link to the site that'll direct you to. It's on Android and Apple, right, Chris?
Correct.
Yeah. So you can go download the app and just follow the link in the comments, and I'll stick it in the post after the stream.
Cool, thanks.
So we've got this amazing tech, and it's really helping in the fisheries now. I keep saying you've got to get it into like other small producers outside of fisheries, and you said that there's some international interest. What is the medium-term plan for that?
Yeah, so the whole thing is that this is built from the ground up. So it's got to make sense to the people who ultimately need to benefit from this. And in this case, it's the fishers. They've got a particular set of challenges, and our job at Abalobi is to help co-design and co-develop tech with them that can help them overcome those challenges. So other sectors are very keen on this as well. But the reason that we haven't been able to jump into it straight away, and that you haven't been able to order fresh vegetables or beef or chicken or eggs on the Abalobi marketplace, that work starts with producers. So I think back to right in the beginning when Abalobi was first started, most of the funding that was raised was around engaging with small-scale fishers. In fact, 90% of it. Hardly any money was spent on tech at that stage. So once you can get a real good understanding of what challenges producers are looking to solve, then we can bring them on board and see if we can build some tech that can help. And sometimes tech isn't the answer as well. I mean, in this particular case, it definitely has been.
Yeah, I think it's time there was something that that gave the supermarkets a run for their money, and this is certainly going to do that in the fishing space. So I think it's fantastic. On top of?
You mean on top of the coronavirus pandemic?
Well, I think it's given the supermarkets the biggest head start on anyone else, to be honest, because especially in the beginning of lockdown, supermarkets were really the only people properly allowed to trade, and there were a lot of smaller shops that weren't able to, and that's a whole different conversation. Absolutely. So I'm a huge fan in supporting the little guy, and I absolutely love what you guys are doing. And for those of you watching, I can see there's some people watching this, and if you're watching this later, the reason we have Chris here is because we're doing fish in the Cookalong on Wednesday, and on fish. I mean, Chris used to own or run like this epic fish deli in Neisner, and on Monday evening we're going to have a similar stream, but I'm going to set up my camera so that there's a top shot down on the kitchen here, and Chris is going to teach me how to fillet a fish, because it's like one of my biggest weaknesses. And so hopefully if you all order your fish on Sunday is the order day, hey Chris?
That's it. So 10 o'clock Sunday morning, we should go live. If you've got the marketplace, you've registered, the app is open, 10 o'clock, hit that catch of the day button, and you'll be able to place your order.
Sweet. So place your orders on Sunday. They'll arrive on Monday or Tuesday, Monday. And then on Monday. Yeah, and then Monday evening at 5 o'clock, we are going to demonstrate how to fillet the fish. So if all of you have got the fish, I will have the exact same fish from the exact same catch. and Chris can tell us how to fillet them all together, and then we'll just leave them to like what Arno calls dry aging in the fridge for until Wednesday evening when we do it all in the Cookalong. So I'm super pumped about it. Chris, I'm super pumped about Abalobi. I flipping love this thing. If I had 100 million rand, I'd put it all into this because I think it's so great. And so yeah, pleasure. It's very easy to give someone 100 million when you don't have it. And we'll see you on. Oh, by the way, I'm just going to put it on the screen here. Your wife says hi, and hi Tamarin, and we'll see you again on Monday night. And for those of you watching, I hope we see you on Monday night as well. Have a lovely weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thanks so much, Jonah.
All right, check you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.